Welcome back to Great Day SA. Mexico itself has an array of flavors depending on the region, and it just so happens that UTSA is home to one of the largest and most unique Mexican cookbook collections in the country. Here to tell us all about it is the Senior Director of Development for UTSA Libraries and Museums, Felipe Barrera. Thank you so much for being with us today. This is quite special.
It really is, and thank you for having us this morning to be able to share one of San Antonio's treasures, the UTSA Mexican Cookbook Collection.
So you're telling me some of these books date back to the 1800s?
Yeah, so we have two cookbooks here that are from 1831 and 1828, but our oldest cookbook is a handwritten manuscript cookbook from 1789.
Is it here on this table?
Not here today.
Okay, it's very, so how did you guys come across this? I hear a local woman collected them and donated them to you guys.
Yes, so a local resident librarian, retired librarian, Lori Gruenbeck, who unfortunately passed away recently, this was part of her passion and her hobby to travel and collect cookbooks. She traveled Texas, the border, and all around Mexico and collected a collection of about 550 cookbooks. Later in life, she wanted to make sure that they would be preserved and shared with the community, made public, and so she entrusted us with them. And since 2001, the collection has grown from 550 cookbooks to about almost 3,000 today.
Wow, and so I'm gonna flip through some pages here. You said gently I can, but you guys have worked really hard to clean these pages and kind of seal these books, right?
Yeah, so we really love to share these cookbooks with the community, which means they will sometimes need a little bit of love and some conservation work. And these two cookbooks here today have gotten some preservation work, and that's why we're happy to be able to bring them out and share them with the community.
Wow, well, these are so awesome. I'm reading here, it says, otra de cebollas pequeñas blancas, another of white onions, small white onions. So I can only imagine all the ancient types of ingredients, you know, dating back, like you said, to the 1800s that now, you know, we're using here, and even in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Would you say that you think these books are giving a good representation or have been received properly, maybe through the generations?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a reflection of our roots, you know, where we come from and our community and kind of our shared cultural heritage with South Texas and Mexico. And a lot of times you will see recipes that have different types of techniques. Sometimes there's Spanish influence, but then there's indigenous ingredients from Mesoamerica. So it's really fun and really cool to see some of these recipes. And we see chefs interact with the collection all the time, and you'll see them interact with and sometimes find a recipe and say, oh, I never thought about using that ingredient or doing this in this particular way. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, it's so neat. So I know you have a wide range of books here. Are they all focused on salty dishes, or are there desserts as well? Or
there's a little bit of everything. Wow. There's almost 3,000 cookbooks, and even within this enormous collection, so what you'll see here is a community cookbook. So we also have a community cookbook kind of section within the collection. This is from a senior citizen in the West Side. We did a cookbook workshop with them that we actually have one tomorrow and next week. But we helped her, Debbie Cantu, write her family recipes.
Oh, wow.
She kept a copy of that, and we have a copy of now that lives in the special collections at the cookbook collection for us to share. We have other community cookbooks here from 1982 from different social groups and organizations. This is a UTSA community cookbook from 1982, actually. And so there's a little bit of everything really for everyone. It really is a reflection of our San Antonio and our Mexican-American community and our Mexican community and our roots.
Our roots, for sure. This is so wonderful. Food has been a love language of Mexico, I think, obviously forever, since the start of time. So you guys can share these recipes with people through a collaboration you did with Google, right?
Yeah, so Google last year reached out about featuring the cookbook collection in their Google Culture Arts and Program. And we said, yes, we'd love to for Latino Heritage Month. And we put in a lot of work. One of our biggest priorities is to be able to share this collection with the world, with San Antonio, Texas, the country and the world. And that was just another opportunity for us to share with the community.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this. I still can't believe this book is that old, and I would say a true piece of history here in front of me. But you guys, I know you're probably wondering, what are the recipes like? How do we make them? We're gonna get a special taste of some of those recipes, or one of them at least, thanks to Cuisha Chef Juan Carlos Bazzan today. Paul, you get to cook with him. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, I tell you, this is really special stuff here. And Juan, you've got a special dish that you're making that's you're going to put on your Dia de los Muertos menu, right?
Yes, the dinner we do every year.
Every year, and you get these ideas from this cookbook collection, right?
Yes, so it's funny because every time I go, I find out some new recipes. Doesn't matter how much experience I have. I keep getting new recipes, new techniques, and I go back to my grandma's recipes, and then I know what she meant when she was telling me something. I was like, "What do you mean?" Now I understand.
Now you understand. Okay, before we cook here, how valuable is this collection to you?
I mean, we go often for whenever we want to do a special dinner. We go to UTSA, and it's like a school for me.
Yeah.
So it's like keep learning, and I would say all the chefs just go to UTSA and learn something and get something from history.
Get something from history. Okay, so this is a special dish. What is this exactly?
So this is a mole manchamanteles. So it takes like 2 hours to make it. But before I didn't know that existed. So that was one of the first recipes that I got from a book. UTSA it's more than like 60 years old.
And you're saying that this mole is a little different than traditional.
A little bit, yes. It has fruits inside.
Okay.
It has like apple, pear. It has bananas. So I'm gonna let you plate this one.
Yeah, if you can see the color, it is a little different color.
It is.
So it's to me it tasted just slightly a little more fruity.
It's fruity, a little bit more spicy, I would say. So you're gonna be the chef today. So you're gonna be playing. I'm gonna play mine.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking right at this. Okay, now I know that this is a small bird.
It is quail.
It's quail,
it's
okay.
So we're gonna do it a little bit different.
A little different.
In Mexico we use quail, we use rabbit, we use the regular chicken. So I decided to use quail on this one. And this mole specific. So back in the time, my grandma was making this specific mole that I was like, what's in it? And she left the recipe, but this one, it was one of the ones she was making. So finally, I found it again.
Ah, okay. And tell me about the techniques that you've really learned from this collection of cookbooks.
So techniques of boiling, techniques of also of cutting some stuff, and there's some things that they mentioned that I don't know what they mean. So I'm still on my process figuring it out because they use different techniques back then time.
Yeah, so this is really a treasure for you.
Oh, it is. It is a treasure for me and for U.S. and San Antonio, for everybody.
For San Antonio and everybody. What did you say this was again?
This is arroz poblano. Also learn it in those recipes.
Okay.
If you want to decorate it with a little bit of the sesame seeds. So now,
okay.
Which was better? Which was better?
I'll let the folks decide here. I would probably say you can definitely tell that you are the chef. Mine's a little bit sloppier, but
it's looking good.
But it looks good. I mean, hey, you know what? If you've got great food, that's most of it, right? Okay, so tell us about this special event that you have for Day of the Dead.
So we do it once a year. It's dinner for the Day of the Dead. You know, we do everything. So whoever doesn't know what Day of the Dead is, just check the movie Coco, and everything that's happening is gonna happen in my dinner. So every food that we put on, it's based on that day, depending on the culture around Mexico, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. Since the smell, the music, the food, it's just gonna be experience.
What an experience! What a fun time it looks like. And that's gonna be Friday, November the 1st at 7 p.m. There's the phone number, and of course it's gonna be at Cliché. Now, so all of the items that are on the menu, all of the dishes on the menu, they're all from this cookbook collection?
They're all inspired on UTSA, and part of the dinner we're gonna also donate it for the UTSA Libraries, so that way you can get bigger and better.
Gets bigger and better. Well, you know what? You were telling me also at that library that they've got a place that's like refrigerated for the older books, right?
Yeah, so when Felipe took us there, so it's there's the library and there's the special collections, and inside the special collection they have this, I call it a walking, like in the kitchen, so they keep it in a cooler temperature to maintain the books and preserve them. Yes.
Some of those books must be really old.
Oh, I was like
just blown away.
Yeah.
Just
it's crazy. I never seen so many books in my life.
Well, that is awesome. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for being today.
Thank you so much, and thank you to UTSA for having this amazing
Just a treasure, and this menu, this dish looks great.
Mole manchamanteles.
Manchamanteles. Manchamanteles. Close enough.
You were good. You were good.
All right. Hey, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Up next,